Can you homestead in a city? I'm going to talk about that in this video. So first off, gardening can be difficult. You could have shade from other people's property that shines on your land, if you even have land. Some people who do gardening end up doing it in a patio, like just in pots or in windowsills or in a very shaded spot in your yard because that's what's available. So yes, there's people who grow great gardens in cities. I've seen places where you looks like you can't even grow any more stuff than is growing, and by midsummer to fall, you've got vegetables that are taller than people's heads, and so it can be done. The gardening part, water catchment is something I think is important in homesteading, and I think that's actually more important in a city than out in the country, because out in the country there's lots of land here where if the water flows away, it's not likely to cause too many problems. In a city, all your water is going to go cause flooding somewhere if you don't catch it and slow it down and save it for when you need it. So I actually think rainwater catchment is much more important in the city. Going solar is possible but difficult. But I want to get to the heart of what homesteading is about. And that's really about meeting your own needs and not being totally dependent on others to meet those needs. And that is completely possible. It may be hard to do 100%, but it's very possible to do some in a city. So you can fix some things, like you can make your own furniture just as easily in the city as in the country, probably. You might not be able to go out and get all the materials out of the woods, but there's just so many different things you can do that are meeting some of your needs on your own. And none of us really meet all of our needs self-sufficiency wise, unless we're basically walking where we go and spinning our own clothes or living or just wearing skins of animals. Then it starts to be possible. But unless your plan is that, which you probably need to be out in the country to do all of that, but any other level of homesteading you can probably do on some level in a city. Most places you can hide some hens in your backyard, nobody will even notice whether they're legal or not. If you get a rooster, everybody will know for like half a mile around. Heating with firewood is much more difficult in a city. And composting your human manure instead of using a flush toilet, if that's an important value for you, that can be done in a city if you've got any size backyard. It may be difficult, but you should be using cover material anyway. And so if you use that right, you can cover everything the moment you bring it outside, and nobody will know unless they're watching you that moment. And you may have to do it at night in a dark spot in your yard if your neighbors watch you a lot, but most likely that's not going to be a problem. Most places in the city, people aren't actually watching you that closely, especially in a backyard. So I hope this helps as I've tried to talk about homesteading in a city. Please give me your comments. That's what helps me to provide better content for people in the future. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.